A lot of rappers still, it seems like, want to be Tupac. They want to have his popularity. They want people to love them like everyone loves him. But why do you think no one's succeeding?
Well, because this is what they fail to realize about Tupac. In order for them to be Tupac, they would have to die before they peaked. Right before they peaked, they would have to die. So if you don't die, you can't do it. Bottom line, if you don't go die, you're not gonna be the next Tupac, because it ain't gonna be the next Tupac. Straight up.
It's Napoleon. I get my pleasure out of sinning, seeing blood spill and shit, cause I seen it at the beginning.
I gotta ask you, man. I gotta get your opinion, man. Fishy, they raided his house in connection to Tupac murder. How you feel about that?
Man, I think, to be honest, bro, I feel like nothing's gonna come out of it. You know, it took 30. If they really truly want to solve the Pac murder, they would have done it years ago. I don't think nothing gonna come out of it. I could be wrong. We sit back and we'll see. But it's just it's fishy to me. You know, in the 90s, the music that Pac was doing, the music that Death Row was releasing, it was pretty much at odds with a lot of the people that was in the government. They was watching, it was being watched, it was being, for example, we found out, I think I seen one of these documentaries and I was surprised that they showed the security guard, HACKIE. HACKIE was, he was a security working for Death Row. He was Pac's security guard, personal security guard. And I remember watching the documentary and come to find out HACKIE was talking, come to find out he was an undercover DEA. So while he pretended to be a security, you had undercover police around from the beginning. So I'm sure if they really wanted to find a killer, they would have found the killer.
HACKIE just informed us he was working as an undercover FBI agent a year before Tupac was killed. According to HACKIE, FBI agents and ATN agents were in cars just behind Tupac on the night he was shot.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab. I'm in the building, and this is MAKAVELI Media. Shout outs to my homie, The Art of Dialogue. So far, so good. The interview with Napoleon is very insightful, and I love it. Off the jump, I asked Napoleon, how did he feel about the Las Vegas Police Department issuing a search warrant to Fishy D's house out in Las Vegas, right? And did he think something was going to come from it? And basically, Napoleon don't share in the enthusiasm and hopes that an arrest will be made. And it really made me think, because he said some things that I found very interesting. One of the things was, he said if they wanted to solve Tupac's case, they could have been solved Tupac's case. And he described it as being fishy. He brought up a very, very key point in his, assessment of what was going to happen with this whole investigation. He said the government didn't like Tupac. We all know that. And he reminded me of a truth that, many of us seem to forget way too often. He said that Tupac's main bodyguard was an FBI agent. And I remember seeing that the first time on the Nick Bloomfield documentary about Tupac and Biggie, where Kevin HACKIE admitted that. And he was the first to say that the FBI was following Tupac and had him under surveillance the night he was murdered. So just those things alone, and Napoleon's demeanor, says to me that I don't think Napoleon truly believes that Fishy D or Orlando Anderson may actually be Tupac's killer. I could be completely wrong. Or maybe he could feel like, yeah, Fishy D and Orlando, them guys did kill Tupac, but, the police department and the government don't want to really solve it. because he did bring up the fact that, yes, Tupac shot the 2 off-duty cops down in Atlanta, and that the police department is a gang, and the boys in blue stick together. You do something to one of them, you do something to all of them. And solving Tupac's case was not a top priority. I'm really hopeful that Napoleon is wrong in his assessment. I want, the wrongdoers of, this murder case to be brought to justice. We would want to think that. The taxpayers out in Las Vegas, get their money's worth. They pay the Las Vegas Police Department to protect and serve. And we demand justice, for any of our brothers and sisters, Tupac included. I would really want to think that, some action would be taken, but in Napoleon's point of view, he don't think nothing's going to come from it. And he said it, he basically hope he's wrong. He hopes he's wrong, but, we got to wait and see. But why nobody has ever asked to see what exactly was Kevin HACKIE and, the FBI exactly following Tupac and Death Row for in the first place? Once again, what were their findings? I asked this in a different video. What did you guys find? And how did you not see the killer? Why are you going around asking questions and trying to figure out what done it and knocking on people's doors looking for bullets if you was right there? People should be knocking on your door asking you questions because apparently you may know more than everybody else. Kevin HACKIE came out and said some things about Death Row. And over the years, he did interviews, and then I haven't heard nothing else from Kevin HACKIE. But how does the one undercover FBI agent winds up being Tupac's main bodyguard? He could have been Snoop's. He could have been with Nate Dogg, anybody. He wound up bodyguarding Tupac. How conveniently, right? And he falls out with the bureau or whatever he was working for. And then he discloses more information, like how they were trailing Tupac the night he got shot. I see why Napoleon said it's fishy. Very fishy. What's that, lake trout? Or is that catfish I'm smelling? It's just weird, man. Napoleon was right there. Right there for the whole ride. He knows things that we surely wasn't privileged to. And he ain't buying it. The man said he hopes that he's wrong, but he just don't think they want to solve the case. And let me be on record to say that I sure hope they do. But I would like to see justice served on all levels. Everybody included, all who was involved. Tell me what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is MAKAVELI Media. Turn on them post notifications so you'll be the first ones to get it when I drop that shit. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.